What's good, guys? It's Alissa. If you're new here, hello. So I want to talk about something that has been on my TikTok timeline for like weeks. Today, I'm going to talk about Jackie Aina. Now, if you don't know who Jackie Aina is, Jackie Aina has been a beauty guru for years. She has skin in the game and she is literally a makeup YouTuber OG, but she's pivoted from YouTube in recent years. She's mostly been on TikTok and Instagram, just making short form content. But recently, Jackie Aina has been the topic of conversation because her fans noticed that she changed her last name on her TikTok to Asamoah, I believe the last name is. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if I butchered it or I didn't check before recording this video. But she changed her last name on her TikTok and people noticed that, and I seen people saying, you know, I noticed it. And I also noticed before she even changed her last name on TikTok that she's been wearing a wedding band. People started putting congrats in her comment section, and Jackie Aina went on a block spree.
And I don't know why I immediately woke up and chose violence and started commenting on Jackie Aina's videos. Congrats. Basically, and girl, I went back. As you can see, I clicked on her name again. Poof!
Now, of course, when Jackie Aina blocks anybody, it kind of becomes the topic of conversation for a while. And it's kind of like a badge of honor to some people, like, Jackie Aina blocked me. So we were just getting a lot of that. And so today we're just going to talk about why that was a big old deal. Now, first things first, I'm going to give my perspective on this situation and the side that I stand on in all of this. I am a Jackie Aina fan. Of course, I'm not putting anyone above criticism and things like that. Like, I feel like everyone can be criticized. Like, not everybody is just in the right all the time. But in this instance, I feel like the fans took it too far. So a lot of people were saying that all she had to do was say that she got married and just cleared the air and move on, instead of being hush and just blocking people that had anything to say and just never saying anything. My opinion on that is that Jackie Aina actually doesn't have to say anything, because her even changing her last name and wearing her wedding band is enough. Like, you guys are just a little bit entitled to know what's going on in people's personal lives. And honestly, the people that were typing congrats, you guys haven't even gotten confirmation anyway that she's married. It's like, of course you see the last name change and you see the wedding band, and it's like, you can make an assumption that she got married, but we don't know anything because Jackie Aina has not confirmed or denied anything. She hasn't posted anything about a wedding. She hasn't said that she's gotten married. You're just putting two and two together, but Jackie Aina is the only one that can give us that faux. One thing my papa always says is, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. And so I just feel like you guys are like, all she has to do is say that she is married. But it's like, I feel like if she was to just be like, yes, I'm married, that's just giving you guys satisfaction to be like, see, I told y'all we were putting congrats and da-da-da-da. But even in me saying that, does that sound like a genuine congratulations? Or is that just people trying to be the first to get some news out, or be the first to be like, see, I knew it. She was trying to make it seem like we was just dumb. But it's like, actually, no, she never actually has to say anything. And it's so funny because when all this stuff was happening, it made me think of a personal life scenario. So anybody that has nieces and nephews, little cousins, I'm sure y'all know how it is to eat food in front of kids. So there was one time I had some chips. I was just literally watching TV, eating chips next to my nephew. And my nephew was like, Alissa. And I'm like, yes, nephew. And he was like, are you trying to show out eating those chips? And I'm like, I was like, what? No, you're watching me and you want some and you think I'm showing out, but I'm just sitting here minding my business eating my chips. His feelings towards me eating my chips has nothing to do with me. This is a crazy example, but that's what it is. It's like, just because you see something and you're feeling some type of way, it has nothing to do with me, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm not like, I have on a wedding ring and I changed my last name on TikTok. Like, no, I just have on my wedding band and I changed my last name on TikTok. The thing about social media, and Jackie Aina has also said this, some people do things in their lives for social media, and some things that people show on social media are just their lives. That's it. And so Jackie Aina being potentially married is just her life. Like, if she was purposely hiding that, then that would be her purposely hiding the fact that she possibly allegedly is married right now. But she literally just documents little bits and pieces of her life. And it's like, you know, if little changes happen, if she was to move her house, if she was to move and just never said, hey, I moved, she doesn't owe us to tell us that she moved or bought a new house. If she goes on vacation, she doesn't owe us to be like, hey, I'm out of town right now. Like, she just documents little bits and pieces of her life, and that's just her life. Like, some things you just cannot hide. And also, if she's married, if she's happy in her marriage, like, she can't just be happily changing her last name. Like, Jackie Aina is a brand, which is why her @name has not changed. But it's like, I love my man and I'm married, and I feel like I just need to change my last name because I feel like that's also just a pride thing. Like, I'm prideful of my happy relationship, and I'm going to claim his last name on my social media because that would kind of just be a little weird that I'm still Jackie Aina online. Her @name is still the same because, of course, Jackie Aina is still a brand. But it's like, if my last name has changed and I'm in my marriage and I decided to take my man's last name, like, I'm changing my last name online. That's it. And that's all.
When Jackie Aina went online to change her name, she's definitely been on the internet long enough to know that it would not go unnoticed. She's also been on the internet to know that people do not mind their business. So if it was something that she truly did not want known, unfortunately, you probably should just left your name the same.
Second thing, you guys cannot trick me. I know how y'all be online. A lot of y'all had nasty, nasty, nasty opinions about Jackie Aina. And I find it really weird that, one, you guys were posting that you got blocked by her as if it was some type of medal or stamp to be like, I don't know, showing off about that. Like, that's weird. And it's giving obsessed. Like, I don't know. And like, if I was Jackie Aina, I would feel like that's really weird. And I'll be like, okay, I'm glad I blocked you guys because, like, this is the point. And also, people are just weird and don't like you and watch you on social media and are upset when they no longer have access to do that anymore. And that doesn't even go for public figures. Like, people do that in day-to-day lives. Like, your coworker that you don't like no more, your friend that you have for a long time that you fell off with will be pissed off because you blocked them and they no longer have access to you. That happens when you're talking to somebody in a past relationship. People just are mad when they no longer have access to you. And that's literally what all these people were giving, in my opinion.
This is getting weird. This is getting so weird. Y'all need to go outside and touch grass. This is crazy. Are y'all looking at your behavior? It is strange. It is so fucking weird. So a few things. Number one, the word congrats is kicking y'all ass. It is not that hard of a word to spell. Okay, and spell check is a thing on our keyboards. Spell check in your notes app before you paste it into TikTok or something, because that's crazy. Two, y'all are so happy to step over somebody's boundaries, whether you agree with those boundaries or not. That's weird behavior. Another weird thing is the fact that y'all have such strong parasocial relationships with influencers that you think that you are entitled to their time, their lives, all their information, that they have like absolutely no privacy. That's strange. That's weird. That is weird behavior. You don't know her. You don't know any of these influencers. And please know, like, I'm not making this video because I'm a Jackie stan, which I love Jackie. I've been following her for years, but I understand that she is an influencer, right? And we are not actually friends. I enjoy her content, but I understand that there's a boundary between us and that we're not actually friends. I think that's the missing link in all of this with y'all. But then the last thing that I'll say about this is Jackie is actually a marketing genius, and y'all are playing into it like no other. Jackie did something that's called, she created controlled controversy or controlled chaos. This is something that the Kardashians do every time right before a new season drops or a new spicy episode drops. Doja did this right before her last album dropped, you know, talking about how she hated her fans and all that stuff. They're doing that stuff very calculated. And Jackie did something so very simple, changing her name, knowing that y'all would notice it, knowing that y'all would search for it, because she's dropping something for her Forever Mood brand later on this week, right? But y'all took it and ran with it and took it to a whole other level that I don't even know if she anticipated how crazy y'all were going to go with this. This is insane. And I just can't escape it because I don't want to unfollow Jackie Aina because I don't have a problem with Jackie Aina. I have a problem with you weirdos that have a problem with Jackie Aina doing weird shit like this. This is weird. Y'all don't think this is strange?
They were claiming Jackie Aina I just always felt like she had a nasty spirit, and it's like, it takes one to know one. Like, I'm not saying Jackie Aina has a nasty spirit. I personally have never gotten that. Like, I don't know Jackie Aina. I've personally never felt like she had a nasty spirit. I just think that she's very opinionated, and she slowly became more of a public figure than before. And so a lot of the things that she would just be like, you know, just talking about or yapping about, giving her opinions about, just were out there for the world. And it was just like, I knew she had a nasty spirit, but it's like, no, I just think she has like certain opinions, and as a public figure and people that have these connections and things to these people and these organizations, corporations, whatever, it's like you really are not able to have opinions like that.
I regret to inform you that you are too famous now, sir.
I know.
What's gonna happen? You having a problem with Saltburn? Quiet luxury. Keep it to yourself. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from IO. Podcasts are forever.
5 seconds.
Authenticity is dangerous and expensive. I don't think so, honey.
All publicity is good publicity. Like, that is a saying that stands the test of time, okay? There was a TikTok where someone was talking about controlled chaos, and they referenced Doja Cat in this before Doja Cat's album dropped. Doja Cat was, you know, saying that she doesn't want to do music anymore. Her fans are too clingy with her and all those things, and it gave her all this buzz. Then her album came out, and, you know, people were like, your fans are who made you. You're going to flop. Doja Cat went #1. All publicity is good publicity. And Jackie Aina knows that if she changes her last name or something, anything that she does, there's a lot of eyes on her. So people were going to notice that. And that's just the risk, and, you know, that she has to take when she does little tiny things, because people were saying they noticed that she had her ring on, but that just takes a keen eye, in my opinion, for you to notice that, you know, she had a wedding band on, because I surely didn't notice. Like, anytime I notice her ring is when she's cleaning it. That's about it. Of course, it's more blatant when she actually changes her last name on social media. It's funny to me because it's like Jackie Aina just ran the risk of, you know, people just doing too damn much with her changing her last name. She knew that, but even in that, you're still not entitled to know what is going on in her life. Like, that's it, that's all. You're still not entitled to know details about what's going on in her life. It reminds me of a situation that happened on my main channel. I made a video covering Bob's Burgers. Nope, it was Daria. There was an episode where the dad was going through old video footage from his childhood, and he's like, wait, I just realized I had a bad childhood. That was a Bob's Burgers quote, but it's relevant. And I was like, it makes me think about how I don't really have a lot of pictures and things from my own childhood because, you know, our stuff got lost in storage, and it would just be, you know, great to look at, you know, old pictures from my childhood. But now in life, I just like to document things and keep that for my own sake so that I have things starting now that I can look back on. There's someone in the comments was like, by lost in storage, do you mean that it legitimately got lost, or they didn't pay the storage and it got auctioned off? And I'm just like, I don't freaking know. I was too young to remember any of that. And I was just like, also, like, I'm not about to just go into intricate details of my childhood with a stranger in my comment section. And they were like, oh, you don't have to be so sensitive about it. You're the one that put it out there. And I'm assuming that it's still a sensitive topic since you're reacting this way. And I was just like, never said that. 1. 2, I don't know you, and I don't owe you to explain any further details. Like, never said that I was sad about that. I was just simply stating an observation from this show that I realized I can't go back and look at certain things from my childhood. And also, it's like, I was a kid. I don't freaking remember. And I'm not about to go into the intricate details of my childhood with a stranger in a YouTube comment section. That sounds absurd. Like, you're not entitled to know what I have going on.
Let's start with Jackie. I think that people are just kind of and forgot what it means to have transparency versus privacy. See, people expect because you are celebrities, content creators, influencers, people who have popular, imagery online, they are a public figure in any way, that they are entitled to know everything and anything about you because you put some of your life online. In reality, there's a difference between being transparent with people, but also still retaining your privacy. And I think that people have really truly forgotten what that is. That's exactly what's happening here. She wanted to be transparent about something that transpired in her life, and she let you into that by changing her name. But she also wants to retain a level of privacy by not discussing the details of her personal life. And for whatever reason, that seems to bother people so fucking bad. People feel like they're entitled to know the most personal and private information about people because they put a piece of their lives online for you to see. And then you have if she didn't want it to be talked about, if she didn't want it to be discussed, then she shouldn't have changed her name and she shouldn't have put it on social media. You don't know how she's conducting business. You don't know the motives for her changing her name, and it probably don't have shit to do with you. But y'all can't respect just basic boundaries at home, so I don't even know why Jackie would expect for anybody to respect social boundaries, to be honest. If she would have wanted the congratulations, it's about time they got married, they've been engaged 5 years, if she wanted to hear all this shit, I'm sure she would have put out an official statement that would have welcomed everybody's opinions around the fact that she got married at this point in her life. It's hard for people to accept that people's lives are the way that they are, and it's hard for them to accept the little bit of what people give them because they just think that they just need to know more. And then she didn't have to block her fans. Well, I mean, if you was a real fan, then you should automatically know her type of personality and what she likes and don't like. So I'm not a real fan, but if you are, then you should know what she will automatically respond to and what she wouldn't. Because y'all was just up Jackie's ass about this perfume collection a couple of months ago, and the support was real. But one narrative of her not wanting to discuss private matters of her life and blocking anybody that came to her platform to do so on her behalf just completely crippled the entire narrative of y'all supporting her, just over nothing.
So it just made me think about that, how people just literally just think that they're entitled to know.
I'm all your baby.
How people just think they're entitled to know things about you just because you put certain things out online. And it's like, of course, just don't put things out online that you don't want strangers to know. But it's like, I can put out little things, that's my choice, but I don't have to give you everything. But people be wanting everything. And it's like, that's not how this works. Okay.
This comment is so interesting because yes and no, right? Yes, influencers and celebrities should be able to maintain a certain level of privacy. Jackie introduced us to Denis. Jackie introduced us to the engagement. Jackie is talking about my man, Denis, my man, the engagement, my man, wedding planning. And then once people were like, it's kind of taking y'all a little bit too long to get married, what's going on? Then she started getting upset and said, you know what, I want to cut it off. I don't want nobody to talk about it anymore. But at that point, it's far too late. Like, you've already thrown the food in their face. Now they're banging on the door talking about we're hungry, we want more. So yeah, you can maintain a level of privacy, but you have to start with that. You cannot throw food and feed stray cats and then expect for them to not be outside your front door meowing every day. That's the fucking problem. So it doesn't have anything to do with entitlement. It has to do with you gave this to us. You gave us this bit of information, and now you're trying to retract what you said. We are going to be curious. Your whole brand is about your lifestyle. You are a lifestyle and beauty content creator. Lavishly Jackie is all about obtaining the lifestyle that Jackie has. So yes, you get paid for people subscribing to your life, for people being invested in your life. So when you give us bits of that, what do you think those people are going to do?
Sick editing me popping in, but I had one point that I completely missed when I was talking about this the first time, and it's actually the concept of consent. Because a lot of points that people are making in their TikToks and things like that in this discussion is, if she started with a level of transparency, she has to stick to that level of transparency. She can't renege and say that she doesn't want to give too much about her life when people start asking her. But it's like, consent can be reneged at any time. Like, just because someone felt comfortable enough to be transparent about their life in the beginning doesn't mean that they have to maintain that transparency for the rest of their career, especially when people are getting nasty and rude. It's like, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Consent can be reneged at all times. I think people just don't like being called entitled. And people are not entitled to your business. People are not entitled to your body. People are not entitled to your life. So it's kind of been giving me the ick how people have been talking about this, because it's like, what entitles you to personal pieces of these people's lives? You don't know her. You're not a family member. You're not a close friend. You're just an onlooker. You know, it's just weird because it's teetering non-consensual, and it's just making me uncomfortable. Anyway, all publicity is good publicity, because after all this, Jackie Aina's birthday was coming up. She's a Leo, and she put out a candle named Caked Up. And then somebody was like, Jackie Aina wants to be our friend when she has something to sell. But it's like, Jackie Aina was never not your friend, and Jackie Aina is not your friend. Like, Jackie Aina was never your anti, and Jackie Aina was also never your friend. She was going to drop that candle anyway. And of course, it was just like, maybe we just got to generate a little buzz. The candle probably would have did good regardless whether this stuff was happening or not, because Jackie Aina is really good at selling things. Her perfume is literally sold out all the time. Even people were saying like, oh, I bought her perfume and this is how she does me. It's like, just because you bought products from her and just because she's a public figure that posts on TikTok and things like that does not mean she owes you pieces of her life. Like, you're a consumer. Consume. That's about it. And it made me think about a video that I made about imposter syndrome, and how as a public figure, you really just have to, or if you want to do this content creator stuff and build a big audience, you really have to have the stomach for some of these comments. Honestly, truly, the comment sections are the worst part about being a content creator, because it's like, you do just want to put your stuff out to the world. And if comments didn't affect how your videos are pushed in the algorithm, I'm sure a lot of people would be doing fantastically online. But comments are really how your videos get pushed in any algorithm on these social platforms. So that's unfortunate. Whether there's just a slew of negative comments, that video is going to get pushed. Whether it's all positive comments, that video is going to get pushed. And I've actually had a video where a lot of the comments were getting on my nerves, and a lot of people I went and just like hid from my channel, because I would say I'm like that, like Jackie Aina, where it's like, if you say one little thing that I'm like, this is slightly shady, or I just don't agree with your views, the post doesn't even have to be mine. Like, the post doesn't even have to be mine. And I'm going through the comment section, figure out who I want to block. Because it's like, at any time you find your way over to my page thinking you're about to be interacting with me being nasty, you won't even get the chance. I honestly did end up unsubscribing from Jackie Aina on YouTube, and it's not for any of the reasons that these people were saying, like, oh, I just knew she had a nasty spirit. Jackie Aina is just not, her priority is just not YouTube right now, and her vibe and her videos have definitely changed on YouTube. I like that on TikTok and Reels and stuff, she still gives you that personable vibe, but I just feel like her YouTube videos just got really professional, like the Food Network, like I don't know, it was very produced, and I was just like, and her videos just don't do that many numbers on YouTube anymore. Of course, that doesn't affect how I'm watching her videos on YouTube, but I just really enjoy her short form content on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. So I'm actually not subscribed to Jackie Aina on YouTube anymore, but if I see a video come across like my For You page, I don't know, it's called on YouTube your home page, that's Jackie Aina's, and I think I want to watch it, I'll watch it. But after all of this, I was just like, these parasocial relationships that you guys have with these content creators, these influencers, and these celebrities is absolutely crazy. As I say that with a Megan Thee Stallion shirt on, it's hilarious. But this whole thing was just showing me who to freaking block, because I'm like, if I ever get to a Jackie Aina point, which I don't think, of course, everybody can, because a lot of people have gotten really big online as of recent years, but I just feel like the Alissa Ashleys, the Arnell Armands, the Jackie Ainas of this industry just have a lot of skin in the game, and they're getting those big numbers, those big amounts from these companies, and like, they're just OGs in the game. So this whole thing was just showing me exactly who to block, because I'm like, I don't want the think pieces, I don't want y'all commenting on anything. But the craziest thing is, if something has buzz, people will find a way to find your stuff. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you would like to keep up with me outside of YouTube, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter. All that information is in my description box down below. And if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell to stay up to date with posts and uploads from me. But for now, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And what do you think of this whole Jackie Aina marriage or marriage not situation? I would love to know. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.